Alright guys, what is up? In today's video we're going to be doing a breakdown of my mechanics. This video is from the 2020 area code games. So I faced off against the Chicago White Sox area code team. Probably had one of the best lineups there. Very good team. So let's hop right into it. Alright, so first hitter here I think was Dalen Lyle. Played with him at Kings National, good player. So as you can see here in this area, that's where I start my jab step. Getting a Snapchat from one of my buddies there in this video. So this is a ground ball to first base. Had to get over and cover. But one of the main things I want y'all to look at is right here in my shoulders and my hips. See about right there, you can kind of see. Let me see if I can get it to stop. This is very hard to do. I'm gonna get it to stop on a good. Right here. Let me go into ghost mode right here. So right there. Right there is where the biggest key in the delivery is. Another thing is you can see my arm right there. How far back that is. That is another reason. And then as we kind of go through in the motion here, right there is where you can see my arm extended. Really whippy with that. That's where a lot of the velocity comes in. And then we also have this front glove tucking as we go through. So you can see it kind of goes to that movement. Person hitting now is Braylon Bishop, another one of the top players in the country. So this lineup is pretty stacked. Another thing that I also get a lot of questions on is this front foot right here. So now this front foot is open, as you can see. Now, a lot of people, it's kind of controversial, have kind of told me to change it. Personally, I don't think I should. I mean, something in the future, maybe if I start having injuries with it, because people say I have knee problems just because of how this knee right there is kind of bending this way. But honestly, I don't really think that it's that much of an issue just because I've done it my entire life, so my body's used to it. You kind of see here, I believe this is a 3-2 and 3-2 curveball. As you can see, kind of got him off balance. This kid is also good, Colson Montgomery. So kind of the game plan here was just to fire fastballs and then try and get him to chase off speed with kind of everybody. See a good curveball right there. There you go. As you can see in both of these, my arm slot is the same for both my curveball and my fastball, which is also deceptive to the hitter as well. I can get a shot of my release point on my fastball and release point on a curveball. Right here. So release point with a fastball is right here. Let's go to, there's a fastball release point, and I believe this is a curveball. That was a slider. Let's replay that. I'll pause this as well. I believe that came out of the same slot. So here is slider. So pretty similar. And let's see, we have another fastball came out of the same slot, as you can see right on that dot. Here's Ian Moeller, fourth best player in the country. See, so now we're kind of out of the stretch, so the release point is going to change. There was fastball again, right out of the same slot. Fastball again, same slot. There was a slider, same slot right there on that fastball dot, so that was a really good pitch. Obviously, the kid, there's a slider, kind of just froze him there. Kind of fastball slot as well. I'm looking for a curveball here. There's a fastball, same slot. So everything's kind of coming out of this slot right here. just kind of let that one go a little bit. Kind of got a little out in front. There's a curveball right there, so we're gonna play that back. There's what we're gonna do. Oh, that's fastball. Same slot, like I said. That came out from about right there. All right, so there's 3 pitches. So the slider. Well, let's start with fastball. Actually, no, we'll start with the curveball. So curveball. I'll change the color right now. That's what we'll do. So we'll go for yellow's curveball. So curveball is going to come in and drop away like that, as you saw there. And we'll do blue for slider. Slider is going to be more of a subtle movement, more like that. And then our fastball is going to come in more about there. As you can see, a slider probably is a little bit, that's more like a cutter. But all these pitches coming out of that same arm angle is really, really key. So that's something that I've really worked on this offseason, was to perfect that aspect. That can lead to tunneling, as I've talked about. And it can lead to also just hitter visibility being blocked. Hitters have a tough time seeing these pitches. And all of these pitches right here, we'll do a different color, we'll do green. All of these pitches coming out of this arm slot right here is very, very difficult to read. It's about, I'd say it's probably about a 1 to 2 inch difference, maybe. It's very, very minimal for the hitter to see as well. So being able to locate those pitches and being able to tunnel them and using pitch sequences effectively will easily be able to get people out at this level of the game. Obviously, as you get into the higher levels, such as D1 college and professionally, you're going to have to execute your pitches more and be able to do this as well. So let's do this. We're going to put a strike zone up about right there. It's probably about where the strike zone would be. So I mean, most of the pitches around this zone, that's probably a little off, but we don't need that. So let's just kind of delete all those. And that kind of sums up the tunneling aspect of this. Another thing I'll point out is, switch back to our regular color here, is look at how my body is when I'm finished. Glove is tucked right there. Force is being driven this way into the ground. I'm finishing over my leg. That's what's going to lead to effective strikes. Obviously, this pitch right here is a curveball, so it's going there. But overall, this is a really good usage of pitch sequencing and tunneling. What I can do here is, see, there's a curveball right there, and now we're probably going to go trying to locate this pitch up in this area right here. Or, well, through another curveball actually. That was another good tunnel, same spot. Almost got a double play there. See, fastball away. Kind of sticking with the same sequences. I forgot who this was hitting. Snap throw by our catcher right there. See, another good curveball. This was my curveball was at its peak in the summer. I was just kind of feeling that. I believe that was a changeup. Didn't really throw many of those this day, and tried to throw another 3-2 curveball there and just missed low. I believe this might be Alex Mooney, and he grounds to short, and we get the out there. Here's a good breakdown right here. As you can see, perfect trunk rotation right there. Like I said, this knee is out, going this way, but shoulders still pointing this way, hips going this way. So do a better arrow there. Hips going this way. So obviously we have a good distribution of weight here, and this glove is obviously being tucked backwards. So as you can see, it's kind of just an evenly distribution of force right there. And then obviously as the arm's going to come around, it's going to coil, do that sort of thing, and then obviously release the ball. Here's a slow-mo. I should be able to get a good pause right here on this. So balance, as you can see here, loading into that front hip. That's what we're doing. I don't know why we're doing that. Loading into that front hip, which is what you want to do. You can kind of see here. Right there, perfect. As you can see, my arm right there is really, really cocked back, and that's where we're getting a lot of the velocity and whip, is from this position right there. And obviously we have the glove tucking as well. Good finish, strong finish. Here's a good side angle. We can really get a good angle into. All right, so right here, the goal is to keep this front hip going forward, keep my body moving down the mound this way, and obviously keeping my rotation. I'm going to ghost mode again. Play, pause. As you can see here, my hips are going that way. Shoulders still pointing towards me right now, and obviously the shoulders are going to rotate. We'll get the good finish right there. Good separation. Should get a slow-mo here on the side view. All right, here's the slow-mo view on the side. See jab step, loading up to balance, loading into that front hip, landing, good position. As you can see, out of ghost mode here, as you can see, body is not in front of the front knee. That's what you want to see right there. And I even did a little angle. And then obviously, as you go, see here I got a little bit lazy with this front glove. It's not as tucked, but as you can see, my arm is coiling really nicely. And then after this, it'll release through, and that's what creates the whip. But good, strong position. As you can see, I get about probably 1.5 feet off the mound right there before I even release the ball. I have a really low release height. I'd probably say this is about 4 feet off the ground. Right there, it's about 4 feet. But that's pretty much a breakdown of my mechanics and my mechanical cues, what I'm trying to do when I'm on the mound. You just gotta have a tough mental mindset when you're out there, and that's pretty much all you need. If you have the mechanics, and you have the stuff, and then you got the mindset, you're gonna go out there and dominate 9 out of 10 times. And that's pretty much how the summer went for me. Summer was great this year. Did really well, and just went out and I was myself and won games, and just kind of focused on the same things every time, and it was repetitive, and that's all you got to do. Just keep up with that, and so yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Hopefully I gave y'all some tips on my mechanical cues, stuff that you can learn from this. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hit that like button. Subscribe as well. Like I said in the last video, about 66% of y'all are subscribed. Just know that it is an option. And like I said, if you like this video, click that like button. It helps getting these videos out for other people to see and growing the channel. So yeah, like I said, thanks for watching. Hope y'all learned something, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I'ma let him, yeah, I'ma let him. I hit the nail on the head, yeah, I'ma let him. Early bird, go get the worm in the dirt. I could show you what I'm worth, my hands in the dirt. From where they look when you not, a hand in your purse. Hell, if you think I'm last, last should be first.